Hey guys, what is up? It is Spooky Noodles, and I am here with the Chester update. Chester is doing okay. We have him bathing right now. People do this. I see people do this all the time online. They to help a tortoise's respiratory system. They soak them in like an inch of water. So that's what I'm doing. I wish I had like a more of a cubular tub thing because he keeps trying to crawl and he just slides down off the bowl. But he's a cutie, that's for sure. But I've just been looking up a bunch of symptoms lately, and you know how that goes when you're looking up a bunch of symptoms for yourself and you think you're sick and you're dying of cancer. Um you look up a symptom like I have a cough, so you look it up and it says lung cancer and you're just like you freak out. Well, that's what kind of happened to me. I added some of the symptoms together and I came up with something. So this morning I saw that Chester had nose uh, snot bubbles popping out his nose, and Lula's at the door, so I gotta go get her. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So I looked it up, and the bubbles in his nose could be a ton of different things. But the scariest thing is a respiratory problem, and it can lead to him not wanting to eat and drink water. And if that happens, then if they go too long without food or water, like anything in this planet, it will die. So obviously, I got scared, so that's why we're soaking them in water at the moment because it's supposed to help their respiratory system. He doesn't like it very much. He's trying to crawl out because tortoises don't like water, if you didn't know. They like to drink it, but they don't like to soak in it. So, at least that's my understanding of it because Chester clearly does not want to be in that bowl. He wants out as soon as possible, but um oh, he stopped moving. Not moving like he's moving around, but he's stopped trying to escape. He's just kind of looking around now. His eyes are always closed. He has snot bubbles coming out of his nose. I just noticed that this morning, so I put it online and connected some dots, and there could be a few things. He could have ingested fungi. He could have, someone in the house could have been sick and gotten the tortoise sick. Um, or what was the other thing? Hold on, I have the list right here. Um, uh, uh, he could have pneumonia, which I didn't know they can get pneumonia. So that's crazy. Um, but yeah, runny nose could mean tons of different things. But they say to, if your tortoise does have snot bubbles popping out his nose, to immediately try your best with the water situation. That's what we're doing now. He could have a ton of things. He could be allergic to something. Like allergies are a thing with tortoises, and supposedly, the reason why they live in dry areas, because they live in dry areas, they're not used to like pollen and stuff like that. So basically, I have a nerdy tortoise that has all these nerdy problems. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But like my sister, Chester has a lot of problems, so I'm gonna keep my window closed so the outside can't get in. I'm gonna give him more baths regularly. There was only one time where I think he could have ingested fungi, and I've since cleaned his whole cage, so I'll keep that better maintained. Just thinking of things I can do to improve his health. It just had me really scared, and I don't know if uh, if they said if this nose bubbles last for more than a few days, then to take him to a veterinarian right away. And the only reptile veterinarian we have close by, well, not really close by, but the only one we have is like, I don't even know where. It's like, it's near Fraser, I think, which is pretty far away. It's like a 30-40 minute drive. So, and that's if they're open and if they have their reptile doctor in. Because not all veterinarians have, and it's one of those things where you can't just do it out over the phone or something like Zoom. They'd have to actually give them a once over. So, yeah, Chester, but that's only if the problems last. There are some symptoms he doesn't have. Thank gosh for that. Like he doesn't have white crust or foam coming out of his mouth. So I'm very happy about that. Like I said, there's only one time he possibly could have ingested fungi, and once I noticed that there was like mold growing in the bowl, platter that I usually rinse out every week. I noticed it and cleaned it out, and it's all better now, but he's got snot bubbles, and it's just concerning. He could just have a cold, because Chester is a tortoise, and tortoises are kind of like people. They could just get sick one day, and that's it. I don't want to say that's it, you know, like, I meant it like, you know, it could be something as simple as that. I didn't mean like, you know, he'll die or anything like that. I don't want you guys to be too worried about Chester. But, yeah, I was a little worried about him, because I shot the last video in the scrape, and he just wasn't doing too hot. He sat there like a good tortoise, and then when I put him back in his cage, he was moving around. He's moving around just fine, like he's supposed to. They say to watch out if they start running laps, which he wasn't exactly running laps. He was more like trying to find a comfy spot, which he's going to have a lot of comfy spot when we come back, because I have a surprise for him. And I'll record the surprise when I introduce him to his new home. But it's going to be a big surprise. Me and my sister built this tortoise house for him, and it's over there. I can't really show it to you guys. Maybe I'll take a video and add it to this video. I don't know, maybe not. But yeah, that's just a Chester update. He's doing fine, regardless of all the symptoms that he may have or may not have. But that's just one of the things I've noticed lately, is that he has snot bubbles coming out of his nose. And it was just like, I looked at him like really closely, and I'm like, I swore I saw a bubble. And then I see another bubble blow and pop, you know, and then after that he hasn't had any snot bubbles. So he could have just needed to sneeze or something. Maybe he's just got, like, my mom made a joke like, oh, maybe he's got the corona, and I'm like, don't you wish that upon my tortoise, you know? That's my tortoise right there, you know? But I don't know. I get worried about my animals. When Lula ate chicken bones, I freaked out, and we took her to the veterinarian. And I hope my family would be understanding if something happened to Chester, that we would do the same. Because to me, he's family, and he means the world to me, and I can't lose another reptile, because that would absolutely destroy me. I've already lost one of my favorite, fondest pets ever, Nuzzy. And Chester is, I've had Chester even longer than I had Nuzzy. I've had Chester for 2 years. This year, 2 years. And then next year will be 3 years. I got him around this time last year. Or I think like a few weeks ago, I got him 2 years ago. In fact, actually, I got him in February. He's just a little bit younger than Lula. But I had Chester longer than Lula. Lula was a puppy, and she grew up like a few months. Like, she was like 3 months old when we adopted her. She was adorable. But yeah, Chester's been with me for a long time, and I care about him just as much as I care about Lula. So it would devastate me if something happened to him. I mean, he's what makes my channel popular. Just kidding. I'm not that shallow, but that's been a Chester update. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Chester's doing okay, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.